Hello, hello. So good to see everyone. Aw, thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. Everyone joining. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you for sharing my live. I appreciate you. Hello, Ink Sage Spark. All right, we're getting started quick today. Hello, hello. Thank you, Chelsea, for the gifts. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Southern Blotch. So good to see everyone. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Nia. So glad to see everyone. Hi, Marcy. So good to see everyone. Okay, this is for, I'm about to do we start off with card reads. This is for Michaela. Thank you, Michaela, for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Thank you, Jules. Okay, this is for Michaela. Let me just, I shuffle the cards until they tell me to stop, until I feel the energy leave the cards. That's how you do that. Hi, Sissy. All right, right there. Okay, this is for Michaela. Oh, very good, Michaela. A lot of big energy. The tarot is broken down into two parts, the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana just brings bigger energy in, and all four cards I pulled for you, Michaela, are major arcana cards. So it tells me there's a lot of energy, like a lot of things happening. The first card is very positive. It's the Sun card. So the Sun card is all about, look how happy it is. Just looking at that card. The Sun card is all about, thank you, Jaylene. That's why she put a hashtag FYP. People started that a while back. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all standing up on the trends in the lives and helping me out. Okay, so we have a lot of positivity, a lot of pleasure and happiness with that card. It's related to a male figure in your life. So right after that is the Emperor card. So this positivity and happiness you feel, thank you, is related to a male figure in your life, someone that you see as very stable, you have respect for, someone who plays a major part in your life. Also, you are being called to really sit in the truth and clarity of a situation. So you have the Sun card. You are feeling very confident. There's a lot of happiness going on with you. It has to do with a male figure in your life who makes you feel very confident. You really respect this person. And because of that respect and confidence in this person that you are really spending some time with, it gives you the confidence to gain clarity in your life. The next card is the Justice card. This male figure helps you to stabilize and really look at situations from both sides and allows you to sit. And, justice is not about really judgment. It's about fairness and truth and gaining clarity on situations. It's funny, I didn't even notice the next card is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is about an inner calling. It's more about judging what is right for you, not about really sitting in judgment on others. It's about judging what is right for you. So you have this male figure that you want to lean on. They bring a lot of clarity into your life. You're going to be called to gain some clarity on some situations and create some balance in your life. And by doing that, it's going to cause you to sit in judgment of what is right for you. That's the only thing you can really judge in this lifetime. You can't, you can judge other people, but you really shouldn't. You have no business judging other people. It's really about sitting in judgment about what is right for you. All right, thank you. Thank you for the stickers. Thank you. And thank you, Michaela, for sharing my live. I appreciate you. All right. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Let's see who was. Okay, this one is for Miss Raina. I have to send an email update from my reading. Well, Sissy, I wish you would. So Sissy had a one-on-one reading with me the other day. And so apparently she has some feedback for me. Y'all know how I am whether I'm reading someone personally or on lives, I am like, yes. So the other day, I don't know if y'all were on that live, someone sent me feedback. Let me look at it. It was, I don't know if y'all remember, I had brought up someone, and at first we weren't sure if we were going to have them claimed. But then someone claimed it, and it was her best friend's dad. I don't know if y'all remember that. And part of the identifying factor is that he had a garage that was, yeah, there we go. Okay, he had a garage that was immaculate. Like, that was part of the identifying factors. And she's like, everything fit. He seems like the type that would have a garage that was immaculate, but not really sure. So she messaged me later, and she said, she had just talked to her friend, and she said his garage was immaculate. She said he would tell her where something was, and this was part of it. I said he could tell you exactly where something was in that garage. So all that was part of the identifying factor. And he said she could tell you where something wasn't, or he would tell her where something was in the garage, and you'd be able to find it immediately. Also, part of it was the ashes. I said, he was cremated. That was also part of it. But his ashes weren't in like one container. There was something off about his ashes where he was cremated. And she said that her dad had picked out an urn for his ashes, and then they changed it because the urn her dad picked out was too big for the niche they were going to put it in. And it was him probably calling her out. So that was fun. I love getting those. That was on a live the other day. And so she messaged me within, I don't know, like 30 minutes, letting me know she'd talked to her friend and confirming some of that. So Sissy must have some confirmations, which I love. Thank you. Okay, this is for Raina Collins. Thank you for sharing and liking my live. I so appreciate you. Yeah, see that card flying out? So that's going to be the first card. Oh, alrighty. All right, let me finish this. This is for Raina Collins. Thank you for liking and sharing my live. Right there, it said stop. It said stop, big time. All right, 2 cards fell out, so we're gonna use those. Let's see what we have here. Okay, very good. Positive overall. The first card is the Ace of Swords. It's really about gaining mental clarity. You are starting in a new direction. This Ace of Swords tells me that you have really about gaining mental clarity. You are starting in a new direction. This Ace of Swords tells me that you have really gained some clarity on some situations. You've worked really hard to process and gain mental clarity, and you're starting a new journey with this mental clarity going. The next card confirms that because we have the Knight of Swords. You see how he is racing, like he's charging confidently in a new direction. This is really about being driven to succeed. So this tells me, and the next 2 cards are Pentacles. So this tells me, Raina, that there is something to do with work or a new business that you've been contemplating kicking off. Yes, you are absolutely right to head in that new direction. You're heading into it with a lot of mental clarity. And this is about success and ambition and being driven to succeed and charging a new direction. Now, how am I so sure that this is related to a job or an entrepreneurial opportunity you have coming up? Because the next 2 cards are Pentacles. And the Pentacles tells me it is going to be about work. They're very positive Pentacle cards. The first one is the 9 of Pentacles, and so it's about really the fruits of the labor, self-sufficient financial security. And the last one is the 10 of Pentacles, which is absolutely positive, abundance. It's about really having financial security and long-term success. So, thank you, Tracy. Look at Tracy Renfro. Thank you. She's like, let's tap and show some love. I appreciate you. A lot. Yes, I appreciate, because usually whoever is moderating me is also tapping at the same time. You're welcome, Raina. And I don't have a moderator today. Can y'all believe that? I'm out here on my own. My one moderator that was going to help me had a doctor's appointment, and then Dee, she had a hair appointment, which I get, right? When you have a hair appointment, you don't cancel those bad boys. It's too hard to get in. Okay, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Let's see. I was going back up here. Okay, these cards is for Reclamation Collective. Thank you for sharing my live, honey. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate everyone who is liking and sharing my live. It helps me so much. Thank you. Okay, this is for Reclamation Collective. Right there. So stop. I couldn't even get that card in there. All right. you know, we are getting, which I'm not surprised, some of these cards we're getting, there's a lot of energy moving. Y'all can probably tell the energy releasing. There was a lot, we started the year out, of course, with a lot of heavy energy. The energy has been, you know, the messages I've been getting from Spirit is some of that is starting to release. And y'all did see, I don't know if y'all been watching any of my TikToks come through, but some of it is because of people like us. You know, I'm someone who usually sits in the background. I'm like, whatever, you people and your nonsense, go ahead. But now it's getting so crazy, even I am starting to speak out. You can probably see it on some of my TikToks where before I've always been someone who, like, you do you, boo, I'm going to do me, stay over there. But now I'm like, yeah, no, you're getting ridiculous. And so because of people like us, the people that have that love vibration, we are starting to, the energy, we're starting to shift the energy. Just by being who you are, just by doing your little things about stepping out and protecting who is around you. All right, this one for Reclamation Collective. The first card we have here is the Ace of Wands. It's about a new project. All right, this one for Reclamation Collective. The first card we have here is the Ace of Wands. It's about a new project, inspiration, and creativity. You know, Wands is really about fire. That's the element that's associated with Wands. So you have to think of fire, that quick energy like this. And then we move into the Queen of Wands. And again, so now we have these two fiery cards right back to back. The Queen is about courage and confidence. So you have the Ace of Wands, which is about starting a new journey, really having a new project going on, having this inspiration. And the Queen is about courage and confidence. So you are starting this new journey and you're starting it with a lot of confidence. Now the next card is it's not a bad card. It is just, oh, thank you, Tia. They said they were just thinking about me and picked up the phone and had a notification. So good. You know what? It's overall, it's positive. There is a warning coming, Reclamation Collective. Yes, it's very positive. You should be starting it. Should be having a lot of confidence. But someone is going to disappoint you. So on this journey that you're just kicking off, be careful. There is going to be some grief along the way. Someone's going to disappoint you. But we end, again, on another positive card. So we started out with these two positive cards. There's just this little warning about there is someone along this journey, along this project that is going to disappoint you. But then we're ending on another positive card, which is the Knight of Wands. And it's about inspired action. Again, you see that you have this knight on this horse charging forward. The Wands is really about... Sorry, I was getting a phone call. I don't know if y'all could hear that vibration. It's ending positively. She confirmed. So when I said Reclamation Collective is starting this new journey, something she's excited about, she said yes, she is, and she's excited. You are absolutely headed in the right direction. The only warning was that someone along the journey is going to disappoint you. But it ends positively. So just know it ends positively, you know. I'm sorry, though, that someone is going to disappoint you. I don't like that for you, but, you know, whatever. And I can't wait. So what is your new journey that you're starting on? Reclamation Collective. Put in the comments. We want to know. All right. Let's see. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Let's see here. So this next card reading is for Jennifer Herink. I don't know. I'm sure I'm butchering your name, honey. I'm sorry. So this next reading is for Jennifer Herink. While I'm shuffling, does anyone live in the Omaha area or close to the Omaha area? You can come see me in person. There is tickets for sale from a March 23rd event. It's at a local coffee shop. I haven't really advertised it that much yet. It's about half full. So it will probably sell out, which I'm super excited about. I haven't done one of these in a while. So if you live in the Omaha area, right there, it said stop. Come see me March 23rd. You can buy tickets on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, under the events section. All right. Very good. All right, Jennifer Herink. and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing your name, so sorry. It's starting out first with a Hermit card. So you're being called to really sit within, to sit in silence and process your own feelings. The Hermit card is really about the introspective wisdom, but it's not about seeking wisdom from other people. It's about seeking wisdom from within. It has to do with partnering with someone. You really need to contemplate. You're moving into a partnership, really contemplating this new partnership that you're moving into. You are overcoming some disappointments that you've had. Chicago 2026. Okay, is that it? Did I miss some things? Also, thank you, reclamation. What a beautiful thing. I missed it. Okay, wait a minute. I missed what the reclamation was doing. See, that's why I'm starting a workshop helping women reclaim their power. Very good. Very good. Congratulations at your local library. Excellent. I was involved in one of those back in December and just had so much fun. I love working with those things. Okay. So this is, and Jennifer, this next card is the 8 of Wands. It tells me that, 8 of Cups, which is associated with water and emotions. You are overcoming some disappointment in a relationship. You see how they're walking away. So you are moving away from it, but you're still kind of processing it. You are headed in a new direction. You are really integrating the lessons learned when you're moved away from this relationship that you really had to learn some lessons from. You're in the process of integrating that away from this relationship that you really had to learn some lessons from. You're in the process of integrating that away from this relationship that you really had to learn some lessons from. You're in the process of integrating that. Being able to release it into your life. That's what the Chariot is about. You see how they're sitting there? It's not one, so you can see when there's a lot of happiness in cards, when you look at this card, you don't feel happy, but you don't feel sad either. Integrated both into your life. You're in the process of integrating the good and the bad and moving forward. It's really a positive place to be. I know it probably doesn't sound that positive, but it is. When you can get to a point in your life where you're integrating the lessons from the relationships that you have just been through, and you're not looking at them in a bitter or sad way, but you're looking at them from, okay, what lessons have I gleaned from this experience and moving forward? That's what that Chariot card is about. It's really a beautiful place to be. Thank you, Jennifer, for letting me read you. I appreciate you. All right. All right, let's see. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Let me go up here. All right, this I want to thank, I'm not sure, Joe 2019, J-O 2019. Thank you for sharing my live. That's who this card pull is for. I was making sure I wasn't missing comments. Like I said, I'm out here by myself today. I don't have a moderator, so I don't want to miss any comments. Okay. Joe 2019, thank you for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. This card reading is for you. Right there, it said to stop. All right. Joe 2019. Let's see what we got for you here. All right. Okay, so again, we have a reading that is about new beginnings. I'm not surprised because you have to think about we're moving into the spring equinox, right? I have a whole teaching. So if you belong to my Divine Collective, that's what I'm actually doing it in workshop form. Usually when I teach in the Divine Collective, it's just a teaching, but we're doing it in a workshop form where we're going to talk about the spring equinox and how you can really harness the energy of spring and moving into new beginnings in your life. That's what our teaching is going to be about. Now, this is starting a new journey. This Ace of Swords is really about gaining mental clarity. It's about an air energy. Air is really, these wands is really, swords is really about in your head, this air energy, thoughts, But the Ace is about gaining mental clarity. You're going to sit with something, gain mental clarity, and charge forward. You are really being called to stick with your ambitions, charge in a new direction. A lot of driven action and fast thinking is headed your way. It's going to be related to work because, good grief. My kids are taking turns calling. Okay, it's going to be related to work because the next card is the Nine of Pentacles. You are going to be charging in a new direction with your work. You have a new idea coming your way, charging in a new direction. And it's very positive because we're ending with the Ten of Pentacles, which is really about abundance. I'm not surprised a lot of the readings today are really about, they're coming at different energies, they're different cards, and they're different scenarios, but a lot of them are about closing down lessons and moving into new lessons. That's what spring is about. We're headed into spring equinox, and you're going to be seeing a lot of that, a lot of changes, a lot of people closing down lessons and moving into new ones. Again, that's what my teaching, the Divine Collective, is going to be about this month. So if you're interested in that, check it out. It's on my website, Divine Collective. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Let's see, moving back up. I'm sorry, usually I have someone in my ear telling me who's been sharing my live, but I have to go up and check to see who's been sharing it. Okay. This card reading is for Chelsea Nilo. Thank you for sharing my live, Chelsea. I so appreciate you. And the next one after that's going to be for Hadley. I see you're sending me a lot of gifts. I appreciate that, Hadley. Okay, this is for Chelsea Nilo, and the next is going to be Hadley. Let me see when it's right there. Oh, I could even separate them at that point. Okay, this is for Chelsea. Okay, a really positive card there. All right, so we're starting out with a card that is moving away. We have the Eight of Cups. It's about, you see our leaving things behind and walking away. And when they're walking away, you can see they're kind of hunched over. They're taking the lessons learned. And sometimes we feel that way. When we're moving from one part of our life to another and we're taking those lessons with us, we do kind of feel like we're hunched over, like, oh my goodness, that was a tough one. But you're headed in the right direction. You're moving in the right direction. You have gained a lot of clarity from that. This next card is the Chariot card, which is really about determination and integrating those lessons. This is the second reading, not in a row, but a second reading. And just since I've been doing it on this live, that we had the Eight of Cups and then the Chariot. Last time it was at the end of the reading. This time it's at the beginning of the reading. And again, I'm not surprised that we're having a lot of these energies of you're integrating a lot of lessons learned and moving into a new space. A lot of positivity after that. Love this Ten of Cups. We haven't had that yet on this live. The Ten of Cups is really about divine harmony, just so much happiness. So yes, on this live, the Ten of Cups is really about divine harmony, just so much happiness. So yes, you are processing a lot. You're bringing lessons, moving into just a beautiful transition in your life. I have my hair like going crazy there. You're going to be starting a new chapter when it comes to a relationship. And, the Cups isn't always about romantic relationships. It can be about friends or families, but you're starting a new journey when it comes to relationships. You want to make sure you're sitting with your intuitive ability and staying curious and opening up possibilities. There's going to be something unexpected coming your way, and it's going to be a very happy surprise. So as you're moving out of this energy of all these lessons learned, you're really sitting with those lessons, you're really charging and determined to head forward. You are headed into a really positive time in your life, and you're going to have a happy surprise, something unexpected coming your way that is going to be, I just want to smile every time I think about it. All right. Now that was for Chelsea Nilo or Nilo, I'm not sure which one it was. This next reading coming up is for Hadley. Hadley, thank you for liking and sharing, or no, you were gifting me. Thank you for gifting me so much. I appreciate. Oh yeah, Chelsea says she's learning lessons right now. Nilo, you had it right. Okay, very good. Thank you, Chelsea. So she confirmed, Chelsea said that she is learning lessons right now. So right after that was a activity coming to you in about 2 months. And right on the cusp of this positivity, you're feeling really happy, is this really beautiful surprise coming your way, something unexpected. Okay, this is for Hadley. Thank you, Hadley, for all the gifts. I appreciate you. All right, let's see here. Hadley. Right there. Said stop. All right. Okay, so after this card read, y'all put in the comments, y'all want me to roll into psychic reading, or do you want me to do spirit led? What are y'all feeling today? Put it in the comments. Y'all want, after this card read, y'all want psychic or spirit led? Okay, so spirit led. I'm not surprised. Okay, Hadley, you have some changes coming when it comes to your work environment. And you're starting a new journey. You want to make sure, there's some new ideas coming your way. You're either starting a new job, you're transitioning. And when I say start a new job, it can be new responsibilities in the job that you're already in, but you're starting this new journey when it comes to your job. How do I know? I have the Ace of Swords, and right after that I have the Pentacles, and all of the cards after that are the Pentacles. So you're starting this new journey, a lot of new ideas. It's going to be abundance, and it's a time for you to really sit in your manifestation power. Make sure you are, however you, there's several different ways you can manifest. Whatever you feel like works best for you, Hadley, make sure you're sitting with that. Is it a vision board? Is it putting statements around? Is it, the Abraham Hicks type 17 seconds? It's the Nikola Tesla way of manifestation. Whatever manifestation techniques tend to work for you, Hadley, you want to make sure you're using those and leaning into those. You're really going to want to start doing that. And when you do, you're going to have a lot of success. This is a beautiful card. The 7 is about a long-term view and hard work. It's not, you haven't quite gotten to the success yet. So you have this new journey, you're starting this new work opportunity, and this is about hard work. You're in the manifestation part, you're putting your long-term view, you're diligent, you are not deviating from what your view is. But it's ending very positively. The 4 of Pentacles is positive. It's about security and saving money and having control. So it's about having your self-discipline. It's very positive. Hi, Miss D. Did you finish your haircut, Miss D? All right. Thank you, Chelsea, for, here, I'm going to call you, D. My moderator just got her haircut. Okay, let me go. Let me go to you. Let me find you. Let me call Dee. She's here now. I'm not on my own anymore. I know, right? She had to get her hair done though. I know, 2 days in a row. Look at you. You're looking beautiful. Looking good. Doesn't you feel like a new woman when you get your hair cut or colored, whatever it is. Yes. We just finished cards D. Everyone wants to see. Okay, everyone wants to see. Okay, here's D with her haircut. See, she got her haircut. Doesn't she look beautiful? I just finished cards. I'm about to head into Spirit Led.
Okay.
That was fast.
Yeah, it was. I went over early.
Yeah, your person got you in and out. Good job. All right. Aw, she is a gem, isn't she? Everyone's talking about beauty. And the thing about Dee is she's like her beauty shines from the inside out. Not that she isn't beautiful on the outside, but it just Her whole energy is beautiful. All right. Okay, we're going to do some spirit led. So you missed it, Dee. I was telling him, remember yesterday where I had that gentleman who I said that it was someone claimed him and it was this girl's best friend's dad?
Right.
And so she did message me and confirm that he did have a garage that was just set up perfectly and all of that. And then also I said something about his ashes. And she said that his ashes, that her dad, and she said that his ashes, that her dad had, so I said, something's off with his ashes. They're separated. They're not, something's off with the ashes. And he had picked out his own urn, but it wouldn't fit in the niche that they wanted it in. So then his daughter had gotten him a different urn.
Wow.
So that was nice for that to be confirmed.
Great.
All right, let's see who we got here. Okay, so I'm hearing there's a lady stepping up, and I'm hearing around her like Nicole or Nikki. I'm hearing this Nicole or Nikki name around this lady stepping up. It doesn't really feel like her name. It feels like it's the person she belongs to, but just that's what we're coming into this with. This lady is letting me know that she went to the hair, like she's pointing to Dee. She went to get her hair done pretty regularly. Like she is showing me, it looks like every 5 weeks she is showing me she was there getting her hair done. That's too much for me. But anyway, I probably need to, but I don't. I just let my gray start coming in. But she was saying she was there every 5 weeks getting her hair done. It just really made her feel good. It was the one thing that she's saying she always treated herself with, no matter what point in her life she was. She's acknowledging that she had cancer. And she did the whole gamut. She did chemo because she is showing me. She kept a beautiful attitude. When she was doing chemo, she kept a beautiful attitude. She shows me, joking with the people around her, joking in the, she showed me being in the fusion room, just really joking with people, keeping everyone's spirits up. There was never a huge opportunity for her to stay on this planet. And even during that, she still kept her positivity up, and she fought hard, even though it wasn't a very good chance that she was going to be able to stay on this planet. She's letting me know that during her treatments, she started kind of giving her stuff away, not in a death wish kind of way, but in a, making sure some things were taken care of. She knew that there were people in her family who maybe really loved that scarf or that necklace, and she would just freely give things away. And she was saying it was more about just experiencing the joy of seeing people get things from her. That she had so much, she's saying that we have it wrong, that so many times we wait until we pass to start giving. It looks like this belongs to Joanna. Joanna, I think you're claiming this person. It was just 333. Very good. Angel number. Okay, Joanna, I just sent you an invitation to go live. All right. Oh, there you come. Hi, Joanna.
Hi.
So is this your mom?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but my grandmother died
Your
of lung
grandmother.
cancer.
Okay. And you remember her? She really didn't have she fought, but she didn't have
Yeah.
a good chance to begin with.
Yeah, it was a rough prognosis.
Right. But she kept her, she was talking about keeping her spirits up.
hmm
She's also, what is she? Oh, what is this Nikki or Nicole? What is this name around her?
So that was really strange. So my dad's almost my stepmother, her daughter's name was Nikki, and she OD'd. And so that was the first thing that I was like, that's really strange. But then you went a different direction, so I was like, I don't
Okay.
I don't know.
Very good. No. Excellent. Okay. And if for everyone watching, I said from the beginning, I was like, this is not this lady's name. I don't know if you heard that from everyone watching. I said right up, as I'm hearing this name, Nikki Nicole, but it's not this lady's name. It's who she
Right.
belongs to, someone around her. So your grandmother was someone who, and I've already said this in the identification, she was kind of funny. She would always keep upbeat. You never got her down, right?
Hmm.
She could also be a little bit sneaky about getting her way.
Oh my God. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
So Dee knows where I'm going with this. Dee knows what just happened. So she made sure, because as people on here know, I typically only bring up one spirit per person, right? So your grandmother, and she did it with so much, like she's completely laughing now that I have figured her out. Because what she did is she wanted to make sure she put in your head the your stepsister's. Was this your stepsister who was that person who OD'd?
My father's long-term girlfriend, it was her daughter. She wasn't technically my stepsister, but
Okay, kind of though, because
yeah,
they were
yeah,
together for a while. Okay, so so she wanted to make sure that you had that thought in your head, and then she moved into describing herself,
yeah.
so that she knows when she said that I was going to talk to both spirits, and so she is kind of laughing because she's like, I got my way. Also, your grandmother. Oh, so why do I have 5 weeks? Do you remember her going to get her hair done pretty regularly?
Absolutely. Like that was something, even like when she had the hairdresser come to her house when she was like in hospice.
Very good. So I was saying that was a huge identifying factor. Her, she was like, yeah, every 5 weeks. Now, wherever it was every 5 weeks, I'm not sure about the exact time, but I knew that she was religious about getting her hair done. And then she was talking about how much joy it gave her to kind of start giving her things away.
Hmm.
And if there was something that she knew someone really wanted, she just gave it to them. And she was talking about how we kind of miss the opportunity sometimes when we're here on earth. We hoard our stuff. But now, on our defense, I just have to defend ourselves to your grandmother that if we knew exactly what day we were going to die, we might be more liberal with our things. But I can't give away all my money and not have anything to live on. And so she's laughing when I said that. She said, well, that is a concern. Yeah, it is. Okay, Joanna, she's also telling me that she is the one who's been sending the hummingbirds, but she's not just saying she's sending them to you. It is her sign to multiple people. Have you noticed the hummingbirds?
Not really, no, but I
Paying
don't know.
attention to those and then ask around your family,
Okay.
because she was very clear that it wasn't just you, that even though she sends them to you, it wasn't just you. She was showing me sending them to other people.
Okay.
Now, your I know it's your dad's longtime girlfriend, but I'm gonna call her your stepmom just to save.
Hmm.
Has she crossed over?
My stepmother, no, but she's after my stepsister, for lack of a better term, passed away. She became extremely religious and spiritual. Um, so
Okay, so her stepdaughter or your stepsister is acknowledging that. So how do I put this? She took it to an extreme, which there is absolutely no judgment. Just for everyone watching, we all grieve in our own way. And so there's no judgment for me, but she took it to an extreme. Like she shows her turning into a different person.
1,000%.
When that was
It was like a light switch.
Yes. And now the feeling that she is giving me is that sometimes when people, I remember, when I was involved in church, some of the most judgmental people were the ones who had never been religious before. And then all of a sudden they turn religious and they think everyone and their grandmother should do the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's giving me that feeling that she changed, she turned into this other person, and her mom is like, okay, everyone else needs to do that.
My dad and her split up a couple years after Nikki's passing because of that. It was, I don't want to call it aggressive, but it was a lot for him. And he was raised Catholic. He's a religious guy, and this was even too much for him.
Right. So thank you for confirming. So what she said is exactly, it was her trying to save her own sanity, but she lost. I was about to say she lost her path. She
Mm-hmm.
lost her purpose in the process. She is now her stepping up to say this. Then why is she saying this? When spirits step up and talk about something that has happened and kind of confirming some of the things that you know you saw play out,
Mm-hmm.
it is acknowledging that you were right. Like y'all's analysis of the situation was right. Your dad could not have stayed with her and stayed happy.
Yeah.
He could there it was just too strict, too strenuous. It's just like you have to do A, B, C, D, or you're going to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just too much.
Yeah.
It made her now sometimes I don't always have great words to describe feelings I'm getting from heaven because I want to acknowledge everyone watching when you're in heaven. There's not those feelings of sadness or revenge. There's none of those negative feelings. So I have a hard time sometimes with the feelings I have coming from heaven because we don't have the same feelings here on earth. So we don't have
Okay.
words for that. So I'm going to try to explain this. She is acknowledging how it makes her a little bit sad, but then she's not sad, more melancholy that she saw the opportunity for her mom to take the energy from her passing to a higher octave and do something good with it, but she kind of made people around her sad instead.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
really liked your dad. Like your stepsister really liked your dad.
She, whenever they got into a fight before she had passed, Nikki was always like, Mom, you need to treat him better because they don't make him like that anymore.
Right. So I love that she's confirming, spirits for those of you watching, that is a confirmation, more confirmation of who I have. So yes, we had identifying factors up front, but when I do readings, spirit will drop in confirmations of who I have along the way through the messages and things that happen. She is acknowledging that your dad, I wouldn't say he has a little bit of guilt about that relationship ending, but a little bit. Like he sometimes wonders, could I have made it work? Should I have waited it out some? And no, he should not have. It was never going to work. She was never going to get better in that arena, if that makes sense. She was never going to lighten the load when it came to her, like throwing the Bible at people.
Yeah, he didn't want to give up on her because they had been together for so long, and
Right.
he really tried. It really broke his heart.
Yeah, it did. And she's acknowledging that her mom was never going to change, and so he really wasn't giving any choice. If he wanted to be happy at all on earth, he had to end that relationship.
Yeah.
So I don't know if your dad believes in mediumship. This will be posted on my YouTube channel in about a week, but it's really confirmation for him. He did the right thing. She absolutely adored him, and she still has tremendous respect for him and the walk that he is taking on this earth.
I love that.
She also is talking about how proud she is of you for you never give up. She's showing me in the last 2 years, you really were knocked on your butt. Except she didn't show me on your butt. She showed me your face down. Hey, you know what, Joanna? It happens to us all at some
Yep.
point. It's just how do we get up and move forward? And she shows me you getting up, kind of brushing yourself off, and we're like, man, that sucked. That's done. So you didn't move. I mean, it took, of course, a moment. That is just spirits giving me the recognition that when you got up, you did take a moment to process. But when you charged forward with more wisdom and learning of the lessons instead of being bitter and vengeful. And she was saying how proud she is of you in the way that you charged forward.
That's yeah. A couple years ago was a really transformative time in my life. I left my job and yeah, and now my life's completely different today, and for the better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's hard sometimes to see that it's going to get better on the other side because we're like, holy Toledo, can I make it through this? And and
I'm
when people say, "Oh, it's for the better," you just want to throat punch them. I get it.
um I don't know if you say that often, but I'm from Toledo.
Do y'all talk about throat punching people a lot there?
I say that all the time. I say that all the time. I'm like, you don't shut up, I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
Yeah, no. So now for everyone watching, that is spirit giving me words that people normally say. And that's probably why Joanna said it because she's like, do you say that often? Because I say that all the time. No, it's spirit giving me words. I don't say that a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just a sign that spirit is around you and they're witnessing your walk and they're with you. You're supported from the other side. All right, thank you, Joanna.
Thank you.
All right, so that was a fun one. Spirit did a good job. I have to give kudos to Spirit. She did a good job. All right, what time is it?
46.
All right. Okay, so I have a young lady stepping. I was like Toledo. That's new. That's funny. Okay. Young ladies up. Young ladies up. She feels like she has a daughter energy, but she had an illness. Okay, so this is funny. Well, now why I'm sitting with this is because so every time as a medium, I have given spirit permission to teach me. So every single day I do readings, I learn something. And so how you learn is when you're reading and you remember, oh, I felt this before. That was a person that da 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 da. Out of all the thousands of readings I've done, I had someone step forward the other day that felt like I was like, I'm having a phlegmy cough. Like I'm having this lung issue, but um, it doesn't feel like cancer or emphysema or anything like that. Thank y'all for the lights. That is one of my favorites. And it was cystic fibrosis. I'm getting the same feeling off of this gal, but when I said it, she's like, close, but not really. So she is acknowledging that she had like a wet type, maybe this is pneumonia, but I'm just feeling my lungs are filling up. Like I can't cough up the mucus from my lungs. She is letting me know she was an adult when she passed, but she was still young. She had fought, so this was something that she had battled with all of her life. She showed me really trying to live a normal life her entire existence. But it was always a challenge. It was always a fight to be able to maneuver on this planet because she always had this illness. And every time she would do something great, she showed me every time she would start something, she would have to either take the brakes off or quit or put, hold back because she would have to heal. A side note, I want to thank everyone so much who is liking and sharing my live and for all the gifts. I so appreciate you. If y'all haven't done so yet, please click that follow button. I so appreciate everyone here. Okay. This gal is letting me know that she is buried and that there are people who still visit her grave regularly. And I'm seeing they're regularly changing up the flowers or the decoration. So there's an acknowledgement. Okay, so I feel this daughter energy. She passed from an illness. I'm just having a really hard time breathing. I feel like I just can't catch my breath. It's like the other day I was making, when I had the pulmonary embolisms, before they started getting treated, I was making up my bed and I'm making up my bed like huffing and puffing. And that was the day I was like, this is ridiculous. No, there is something wrong. And so she is showing me that just the little things huffing and puffing. She battled this her entire or most of her life. I'm hearing every time she would try to start something new, she would have to back off of it. And it was so frustrating for her. She still continued to charge forward. She still continued to accomplish things and have dreams and goals in her life, but it was still frustrating. She's letting me know that she is buried and that her grave is visited regularly. There are also events held to raise money in her name. She was a little thing. I'm feeling that, she was a tiny thing. She was little, full of energy, just like a little firecracker, I hear. And she said she had to be. I mean, when you're constantly fighting to stay on this planet, when your whole life is like a fight, you have to be a little firecracker. Okay, does this gal sound familiar to anyone? I'm hearing that she was in her, I want to say late 20s to early 30s. All right, does this person belong to anyone on here? If she does, please put a yes in the comments. All right, I will recap her one more time. I like, just as I'm gonna recap one more time, Alexis put in the comments, recap please. Were you reading my mind, Alexis? You must have been. Okay, this is a daughter energy. She is letting me know that she had an illness and she had it most of her life, and that she always had to fight to breathe. And sometimes it would be under control and she would charge forward and try to accomplish her goals, and it never failed. It would flare up and then she'd have to put the brakes on. It never stopped her from fighting. It never stopped her from trying to accomplish her goals. And she is showing me that she was buried and that people still visit her grave. She's also showing me that there are events done to raise money in her name. That is still a remembrance for her. She was a little firecracker. She was showing me she was a little thing, but so much power in that little body. And she said you had to. Like when you're constantly fighting to be on this planet, and every day it can be a struggle, but you're still accomplishing your goals. She said you have to be a firecracker. Okay, is her name Kate? It's hard to say because once I have a name in my head, it's hard to then say, yes, that's her name. It's not really ethical to then say, oh yeah, that's her name. Does everything else fit, Miss 1978 AIM? Does everything else fit someone you know? Angela. All right, Miss Angela. So, Miss Angela, does this fit someone? Does the details I gave fit someone that you know? Very good. That would make sense because I said she had a daughter energy. All right, Miss Angela, I'm going to ask you to go live. Okay, it's not letting me ask you to go live. So down at the bottom of your screen, there is and she would have a text. There is a blue and a pink person. Click on that and then ask to go live with me. Request me and then I will accept. It's not letting me accept you. Oh, very good. Look how quick you were on that. Some people, it takes them a minute. You did a good job. Miss Angela?
Hi.
Hi, Angela. Where are you located?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I have a pretty big client base in Oklahoma. I should go over there and do some in-person readings one day. Are you around Oklahoma City? Or are you in that
About an
area?
hour away. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, you said this was your stepdaughter?
I'm not sure, but not the breeding, but she's struggled with mental illness her whole life and passed away in her mid-20s. Um, we always decorate her headstone, and her dad is next to her. I'm widowed. Um, she had two biological children, and when she would get to going on a project, she would have a setback with the mental illness, and then she'd have to stop and regroup. Um,
Okay,
and
yeah.
after she had her last baby, it just
She didn't
She just
recover.
couldn't come from it. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, very, very good. So for everyone watching, Angela is recapping basically what I was saying for the identification process. Now, when she passed, was she on a ventilator?
She took her own life. She shot herself in the chest.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Um, very not very good, not very good. But that makes so much sense about the breathing. Is like I'm just struggling to breathe. I'm struggling to breathe. I'm struggling to breathe.
Yes.
Devin Marie asks, could the breathing have been a panic attack? Absolutely. So people are. Hi, honey. How'd it go?
How's it going?
Good. My husband just came home. Sorry
I
for
always kiss
interrupting.
mine when he comes in. You're fine.
He should have been home a while ago. We had a doctor's appointment, so he just popped in. Okay, so yes, I appreciate everyone in the comments making that distinction that breathing, and I did say that. Like, I'm not sure what this breathing problem is because it's not cancer or anything like that. And so they were making the distinction that she have panic attacks?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And that's what they were saying in the comments, like the panic attacks could have been, the breathing could have been panic attacks. So that's exactly what it was. I knew I was having these problems breathing throughout my life, so that makes sense. Um, she is now. I know you said this was your stepdaughter, Angela, and I know that y'all didn't have friction, but y'all weren't as close as you could be.
When her father passed away, her family cut me out of their life. She was 13, and we would hide and to meet up and be with each other.
Very good. So that's where we were going, is that I'm saying that y'all weren't as close as you could be, but she had such tremendous love and respect for you. And that is why, because she all couldn't have a relationship out in the open. You were one of the few people who really understood her. She is acknowledging that she could talk to you when her own family. Now, I'm just hearing, get over it, get over it. Like, I'm sure they had some compassion for her and wanted to help her, but they also didn't truly comprehend the huge effect that this was having on her life.
They didn't take her mental illness seriously.
Right. And you were one of the few people who understood her and did and supported her.
Yes.
Now, I want to, and she has given me something 3 times. I wasn't going to talk about it, but my spirit gives me something 3 times. I do, because this is not really for Angela. This is for a public service, basically, announcement. I don't know if y'all heard what Angela said, but she said after she had her last baby, she never really recovered mentally, right? A lot of her mental illness had to do with hormonal imbalances. And a lot of times we don't take that seriously. As women, we're not taken seriously. So if anyone out there is struggling with, and she is acknowledging that sometimes you can continue to, like, you can be fine and then your baby can be 18 months or 2 years and then you will start having problems. So this lady is, there must be someone watching because she's being very adamant about it. If you are having problems, please take it seriously and go to the doctor. She is acknowledging that every time you have a baby, it can get worse. And she's also saying that sometimes it doesn't hit you till later because all you're doing is once you have these babies, you are in survival mode. And so you're surviving. And once you get out of that survival mode and the reality hits you, you lose your grip on life. So if anyone is having problems, please, please, please go get help. Call a number, go to your doctor, take it seriously. Thank you, Angela, for letting me take some of your time to give that public service announcement. But your stepdaughter was adamant. There must be someone watching this who needed to hear that. She is acknowledging that you have some wind. She's making wind chimes go off. You have some wind chimes around you, Angela.
Somebody gave me wind
And she,
chimes when her dad passed away, and I moved a couple of times, and every time we moved, I made sure those wind chimes were hung up.
Very good. So the fact that she was talking about these wind chimes, and there's some that I mean, it's just a sign that she is around you and she sees what's going on. Now, her dad died suddenly.
No, he passed away of colon cancer at the age of 37.
Oh my goodness.
She was 13.
37. Okay, give me something different, Jude. Okay, so this gentleman is acknowledging that when he passed, or this gentleman stepping up, I'm going to give some evidence so we can make sure we have the right person. He is acknowledging that he didn't have his paperwork in order and you really suffered because of
Oh,
it.
I suffered so much.
And he
Yes.
is, I'm sorry, I was looking at Dee because Dee just started something called a Death Cafe where she really is starting to talk about making sure you, no matter how old you are, you have your paperwork together, you have those things in order. And so when I said that, Dee was like, oh my goodness, she could just feel your pain.
They still haven't probated his will, and he died in 2008. March, it'll be his anniversary on the 5th.
Oh, that's great. So now you couldn't even, because when he stepped forward, he is talking about this, not having his paperwork in order. And you can't get I think that's the worst story I have heard about. I mean, this has been almost 20 years
Hmm.
and it hasn't been probated. It hasn't made it through probate. So, yeah, you can't get much worse than that. And he said he's acknowledging it's because of all the infighting. And I was trying to avoid the word that he's using, but he's given it to me several times now. The stupidity of those involved.
Yes.
And when he said stupidity, he also made me feel just their pettiness. I don't even know if I would call it stupidity. He's calling it stupidity. I'm calling it pettiness. It's just sheer meanness and pettiness of the situation. It's not like he had any money
Thank
to
you.
speak of.
Yes.
He told me that because he was like, it's just so stupid. I didn't have, okay, so I'm sorry for anyone who doesn't want to hear a cuss word, close your ears because I'm just
Oh
repeating what
my
the
God,
Spirit
it's
said.
him.
He said, I didn't have a pot to piss in. I don't know what those people are arguing about.
That when we got married, they were saying that I wanted him for his money. And he was like, "What money? I don't have a pot to piss in."
Oh my gosh, okay. So, for just that's a pretty good clarification. For everyone watching, that is not terminology I go around saying, but he was giving it to me and I had to say it. And so the fact that that is a memory you have and that is something he used to say to you is clear indication of who I have. He also is wanting you to know that no matter what people said or their attitude, you were absolutely the love of his life. He had made mistakes before you, and he doesn't regret those mistakes because they got him to you. He says, my only regret is we didn't get to spend time together. Were y'all together like 5, 6 years? What is this?
5 years. Yeah, five
Very good.
years.
Yes, because he is showing me just a snippet in time, and that was his big regret that
We
y'all
were
didn't get to see.
married 5 months, and he didn't want to marry me because he got the cancer diagnosis, and he lived like 18 months, and he was like, "Let's just get married." And yeah, he was amazing. I miss him every single day.
He is acknowledging that you still talk to him now. For everyone watching, we're 20 years. He's been gone almost, what, 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still talk to him, and he is acknowledged. So that's an acknowledgement that he can hear you.
I write to him. I'm glad that he sees it.
Yes. Also, I was about to say he's showing me you journaling, and he was saying how
Yes.
important it is for processing the emotions.
Love him.
Okay, one last thing. He is saying, I want to acknowledge, and this is not necessarily coming from him, he just wants me to talk to you about it, that everyone deals with their grief differently. There is there's no limitation to our grieving, and there is no right or wrong to grieving. So he is saying that you grieve in your own process. All right. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you today.
You. I appreciate you.
All right. Very good. The spirits have been doing an excellent job today, have they not? All right. We are after 4, so I am going to head over to Instagram. So anyone who wants to continue hearing me read, pop over to Instagram, same call, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and I will be there in as much time as it takes me to close this down and get over there. All right, thank y'all.